Hey there CineManiacs, how's it going? Welcome back to another DVD collection review, and today we're going to do a DVD collection for Paramount Pictures. It is a very new setup that I made this time and I hope you will all like it. We'll start off with my first movie here, Escape from LA, and then we'll go to all the way to other movies like The Godfather and Transformers as well. I'm very eager to show them to you. Before we even get started guys, please leave a like below, comment, share and subscribe to my channel because it helps me a lot to make more new videos. I'm already seeing that my videos are making wonders, so please keep supporting me that way. Also check out my website cinemania.com, which is also given on the screen, and of course follow me on all the socials as you can see in the screen beside. So without any further delays guys, let's begin. My very first DVD here is Escape from LA, the sequel to the 1981 movie Escape from New York, which happens to be one of the best John Carpenter films ever made. It is the sequel to this movie. This movie never really worked well at the box office though, from all I know. It was a flop, but nonetheless I still purchased it because Snake Plissken as a character is very iconic. As you can see, this is the front of the disc, and you might even read the name as well, Kurt Russell, and the design is basically inspired by a comic book. I love the overall artwork on this anyway. This is the front, and we turn back. Again, same artwork inspired by comic books. Everything is written in slanting here. There's also a brief amount of plot given and some of the other pictures and still shots of the movie. The spine of the DVD here, as you might see, Escape from LA. There's also the region code given here if I'm not mistaken. It's for region 2. Works really well if you ask me. I open up the disc and there is Escape from LA inside. The interior is not very attractive if you ask me, and the overall design of the disc is pretty basic, very simple, something akin to my Disney DVDs. You can find the link above in the I button. This is the final DVD, and that, my friends, is Escape from LA. One of the most underrated John Carpenter movies if you ask me, but okay, it has a lot of flaws, a massive budget, the action was okay, the effects were very choppy, but nonetheless good movie if you ask me. So this is the first DVD, Escape from LA. DVD number 2 on my collection would be Transformers, the original 2007 movie. I love this DVD. The overall design is extremely cool. The feel of the DVD is cool. Besides, the picture quality is exceptional if you ask me. And of course, as you can see, this is the front. You have Epps. This is basically Lennox if I'm not mistaken. There's Sam. There's Bumblebee here. There's Michaela and Megatron as well here. This is Michaela and Megatron if you can see them. The front. I go back. This is the rear. It works for regions 2 and 5 basically. I hope you can see them here though. Works for regions 2 and 5. The overall design is very cool. I like this small snippet of story that they've given here, and the circle with which you have Sam Witwicky inside with the cube. Let's open up the DVD and we get into this. Again, not a very cool design if you ask me, but still pretty basic enough. Transformers, you might even read the name briefly. Nonetheless, this is the interiors, and yes guys, this is Transformers. I'm planning to buy Transformers 2 as well sometime, but then again I'll have to look for a nice time to buy it. So this, my friends, is the first Transformers and the second DVD of the Paramount DVD collection. Up here on number 3 is the most bombastic Michael Bay movie ever made, Transformers Dark of the Moon. Dude, this movie has legit got to be one of the best action movies of the last decade. One of the best if you ask me. Massive spaceships, the Autobots fighting across an entire city ravaged by the Decepticons, thousands of people killed, Optimus Prime in his rage mode. Dude, this movie is way too many things that I want to talk about. I'll put that up in the next video someday. This is the front of the DVD. As you can see, Optimus Prime is standing here with his sword and flight tech if I'm not mistaken. Parts of his body have the flight tech here. You can also see the spaceships behind and also damaged Chicago buildings, pretty much reminiscent of the movie. We turn back. We have Bumblebee here, who's basically surrounded by some still photos of the movie here. This is the highway sequence if I'm not mistaken. Another sequence where the humans are attacking the Decepticons. This is Sam and Carly, and my god, this is Shockwave. Shockwave definitely was the most wasted character in this movie, but still he did a great job with whatever screen time he got. So this is the rear and the front as well. We open up and we find out this. Here is Dark of the Moon, the disc, if you see, and of course there's a small amount of, you know, goodies as well. There's this whole winner trip to Egypt thing, a paper that I got inside. Of course, it's not valid anymore. This would be valid if only this was 2011 or 12, but still, nonetheless, okay if you ask me. I close this down, and this, my friends, is the third installment, Transformers Dark of the Moon, and the third DVD in the Paramount collection. Up here next in the collection is the 1972 movie The Godfather, one of the most iconic gangster movies ever made and one of the best films ever made as well. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola, inspired by a novel written by Mario Puzo. This is the disc for Godfather, the front as you can see, with Vito Corleone and his cat. We turn back. We see a photo from the wedding scene, which of course happens to be one of the best short sequences in a movie. Nonetheless, this is the rear as well. We open up and we see both the discs here, if you can see them, that is Godfather disc 1 and disc 2. We close it, and yes, this is the disc for Godfather Part 1. We get into Godfather Part 2 and 3 right after this section. Here is the disc to Godfather Part 2, perhaps one of the longest movies I might have ever seen. Of course, not as long as Cleopatra and the Ten Commandments, but nonetheless, a very long movie. The front, as you can see, with Al Pacino here, a younger version of Al Pacino, and of course the name Godfather written on it as well, Part 2. We go behind. These are two pictures from the movie, two stills, and a small summary written here. This particular collection has around 3 discs, and it's very difficult for me to open it right now, so that's the reason I'm just showing it to you on the face. This is Godfather Part 2. I've done a detailed collection review for Godfather in my Godfather DVD collection review. You can check it out in the I button above. So we'll move further and go into Godfather Part 3. Here is the disc to Godfather Part 3, the last installment in the Godfather trilogy. Perhaps not well received like its predecessors, but it still has a flair to it, although I didn't like it that much. Nonetheless, this is the front with an older version of Al Pacino, and of course the title here as well, Godfather Part 3. We turn back. We see some of the characters of the movie, and of course an older Diane Keaton, if I'm not mistaken. This is basically 3 stills and a small summary as well. I think you can't read it, but I might upload a picture of it on Instagram. You can follow me there. Nonetheless, this is basically Godfather Part 3. A detailed unboxing video has been given below, and of course in the I button as well. You can check it out. This is the disc to Godfather Part 3. Here is the next disc in the collection, Mission Impossible, the first movie of the iconic Tom Cruise spy film series, to which we are already getting the final installment this year, if I'm not mistaken, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2. Anyway, this is the first movie in the collection. This is Tom Cruise Mission Impossible, the first one. The front cover with Cruise in a very dark bluish kind of look. We are not able to see his face clearly. We turn back. There are a few still photos of him here, and of course a small summary as well. Based on the iconic TV series of the 70s, this movie was not well received by the fans, but nonetheless it became a massive box office hit and is one of the best action movies of the 90s, if you ask me. Nonetheless, we open the disc up. Let me see if it's there or not. Okay, there seems to be some problem here. Yes, here is Mission Impossible disc 1 and 2. Doesn't hold up well, that's the only problem. If you can see them, disc 1 and disc 2, I close it, and there you go. This is Mission Impossible 1. Up here next we have Mission Impossible 2, which could easily be considered as a divisive movie because of the fact that the director John Woo had a lot of interest of making a Hollywood movie in a very Hollywood kind of way, very bizarre action, over the top sequences, and this movie was nothing close to the first movie in terms of scale, presentation and overall feel, but nonetheless it's an enjoyable movie if you ask me, although not as good as the first film. But this is the front, as you can see, Mission Impossible 2. The rear, of course, very cool design if you ask me, one of the best designs I've ever seen in a VCD. Thondi Newton, the British actress, Tom Cruise here, and again we have Cruise here. This movie is based on a virus called the Chimera, if I'm not mistaken. Anybody who knows the movie, please tell me down in the comments below. Let's open up the disc. Yes, here is disc 1, if you can see it. Turn it around for you. And this is disc 2. Yes. This, my friends, is the disc to this Mission Impossible 2. We're going into the next disc right away. Here, my friends, I have the disc to Mission Impossible Part-III. I've completed the entire trilogy of discs here. You can see Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise, a little older of course, and the other cast members as well. You have Lawrence Fishburne and Maggie Q as well. This is the front, as you can see. We turn behind and go into the rear. Some more shots as well. I have never really seen this movie after I bought this CD. I loved it, saw it a couple of times, but after that I haven't really seen it. I might make a detailed Mission Impossible review sometime if possible. You can see it again there. But nonetheless, this is the rear. We open up and get into the disc. Not a very cool design if you ask me. This is disc 1 and disc 2. Basic design, but okay, gets the job done. So this, my friends, is Mission Impossible Part-III, and we are going to the next CD right away. The penultimate disc of the collection today here is Fatal Attraction, one of the best movies of the 80s and a really cool erotic thriller, if you ask me. One of the coolest erotic thrillers I've ever seen, directed by Adrian Lyne, and it stars Michael Douglas and Glenn Close in the lead roles, and one of the most shocking movies as well. It had a different ending. I'll talk about it in the review if possible, but as you can see, this is the front with the actor and the actress here. We turn behind. We go into a lot of summaries and pictures and of course the credits as well. You also see the Paramount logo below, somewhere here if I'm not mistaken. We open up and here is disc 1, as you can see it, and disc 2 here. This is basically Fatal Attraction, the 1987 film, and we're going into the last disc of the collection today right now. Whew, it's been a very long journey, guys, but nonetheless we have to keep going. This is the final disc of today's collection, Days of Thunder. Perhaps one of the most underrated Tom Cruise films if you ask me, and a very good movie if you're a NASCAR fan. This is the front, as you can see. There's Cruise's photo here, and of course the text Cruise written over, and the logo as well, Days of Thunder. We turn behind. It's a yellow cover along with a few stills here and there, and of course the title, Days of Thunder here. There's a lot of credits and a lot of summaries here. I'm also going to buy a DVD sometime to this film. Let's see if I can. I open the disc and there you go. This here, my friends, is disc 1, and this, my friends, here is disc 2. This is the final disc of the collection today, and we're going to the conclusion section right after this. I love this movie though, if you ask me. I've also uploaded a review to this. You can check it out in the I button above.
So this, my friends, was the Paramount DVD collection part 1. I'll be making a part 2 of this video definitely when I have more Paramount DVDs and CDs with me. Nonetheless, this was the video for the day today, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel, visit my website and follow me in all the socials. Take care, bye-bye, stay safe and Godspeed.